We are live on everything. Okay, welcome along to Track Help, everybody. As we wait for everyone to log in, bit of footage I want to share from the weekend. The weekend being an interesting practice race. So this is going to be a narration, I guess, a commentary talk through whilst we wait for different drivers to join us in. And this is a typical Thursday night practice race we had at the track. This was about a week ago. What we like to do is mix the grid up. So we got juniors, seniors, DD2s, all on track. Challenge for this race was to start from the back. Last to first challenge, perhaps? Well, we'll have to wait and see through that. Hope the audio is coming through. Send us a message in the chat. If you can hear the audio in the background, I hope it is coming through. We're sharing from VLC Media this time around. And in fact, what we are going to do is share the entire screen. That will be probably better for explanation. So this way, you're able to see where I'm annotating. Now, Outlap, I'm afraid we're going to have to remove the audio if I want to annotate with my marker. That's absolutely fine. Outlap, get some temperature into your tires. It's going to be weaving around left, right, and center. And what we are doing is preparing for the first lap. Welcome, Marcel. Good evening.
I was messed up by the daylight saving time here.
No worries at all. How long till F1, Marcel?
Sorry, I have to put you a little bit louder. Sorry, again, please.
Good. How long till F1? How long do you have?
Oh, I've got about 1 hour and 50 minutes.
1 hour 50 minutes, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I was confused by the daylight saving time that started today.
Gotcha. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to your footage first. I just wanted to start the stream off as we waited for some drivers to join. And I understand that you've got some wet weather driving that you shared today.
Yeah, it doesn't look wet, but it was a foggy morning. And so there were some dry patches and the straight was dry, but it was really tricky.
Is this your son driving?
Yeah, this is my son, and this is the third heat of the day. It's awesome. A bit loud, sorry.
No, let me reduce that.
Yeah, cheers. But it's the third session of the day and the last part of the GoPro footage.
Awesome. I think the angle today was a bit low, or yesterday.
No, just this session, because he tipped it over a bit during an accident. He raised his hands for another driver, and he just effed it up.
to say it politely.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
But he was afraid that his little problem didn't show, but it shows very nicely.
We're gonna hopefully see that. Were you in this session as well?
Yeah, if you play it until the end, you will see me. I'm coming in behind him in the pit lane.
Awesome. Again, it's a public session, so we're against some other drivers. You know these blue carts? Are they less power or it's the same?
That's for childs. You must be 135 to drive the adult carts.
It's junior carts that you're with.
Yeah, but they're really fast. If they know how to drive, I have troubles to keep up.
Right. Well, that's interesting because they got less weight and just a little less horsepower. Yeah, in the engine. So honestly, on some tracks we've seen the juniors go a bit faster, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Yeah. Oh, almost there, I think. Yeah. What's the timing in the?
He's skidding around. Currently, we're at 2:04. So.
Oh yeah, he has to avoid a collision here, so he's matching up his round. So he was setting up, and this is the default left-right.
Yep.
and he hits the grass.
Wow, that's a spin.
Yeah.
That's a common spin in the rain.
Yeah, he was a bit too wide on the grass, I think.
Yeah, especially that, when you discover different parts of the track, some will just be a little more slippery than usual, and then boom.
It doesn't show slippery, and that's the hardest part.
Let's just slow it down over here.
I think he just hits. Oh.
Let's just put this on slow-mo. What you can ever so slightly notice is the change in color on the tarmac. So the left side, you can see there's a puddle over here on the left.
Oh, yes, totally
It's
wet.
a little shiny. So the outside left tires, as he turns, you can see the car literally understeering. It's not gripping to the track. It's going in
it's just a bit earlier than I thought. Yeah, now you mentioned it's.
And then as you touch the grass, whoop, it's gonna cause a bigger snap of oversteer, and then thankfully it's not so serious as well. This crash. So this is the fun of being in the wet, because you have to find the limit of grip and also push. And that was an innocent thing he did. Like, he was trying to get out the way, right? Or he was trying to make space. Whoa.
No, he tried that line the round before, he told me.
All right.
But he wasn't that wide in the round before this one, and it helped him. It felt like a rain line. So
exactly.
I was naturally it should be. Yeah.
You're right. And what you have to do then is just be observant of the track conditions in that corner. So as we discovered just little early on, there's a bit of standing water, and you got to also factor in other drivers who are less experienced won't be taking this line.
Absolutely.
So the water there, it will only be cleared by maybe yourself, your son, and that's not enough to make it completely drivable on. If it's a race with experienced guys, what they'll do is everybody will be on a similar line, and then you'll see a path form with less water. So here it just catches you by surprise, and then it's a good save, I have to say, because in the wet you carry less speed, so the accidents are generally a little less serious than if that was full speed in the dry.
And it was a nice mix of two things, because when you're coming out of this corner, that is the corner before the straight, it's getting dry.
And you can see, look at that. It's completely.
But he went in because he saw the black and white flag already, the finish flag. So
yes. Check
it.
So how is the weather these days?
It's as you can see, the leaves are falling.
Yeah.
But the track was quite clear in the most part, so that was not really a problem. But it still was 12 Celsius, so it was nice weather to drive.
12 is a good day, right, these days?
Yes, for us, yes, sorry.
No, I was going to say that's more like winter.
You see he has no long sleeves on.
I'm surprised he's in a t-shirt.
I was as well.
You as well. No, well, enjoy whatever weather you can while it lasts, I guess. Because I think will it start snowing maybe in a few months? Or?
No, we don't have a lot of snow the last years, but most of the time it's January.
Yeah.
End of January a bit, but nothing much.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing this clip, Marcel. Is there anything else before we go on to the next one?
If you want to put it to the end,
let's go to the end. Let me just
a bit more when he drives in the pit lane. Sorry.
No, I skipped this actually. Let's let it go all the way. Very nice pit lane.
So he's when he started talking, he's explaining to me that he lost it. Yeah, he needs some space for a moving car. So
nice.
That's all. Now you hear me coming. That's me.
That's you.
So I'm a big guy. as it shows.
You're a Man City fan.
No, I'm actually a Tottenham Hotspur fan,
Oh,
but I like Everton. I like Manchester City.
amazing.
I have to break. Yeah, that's
That's
all.
great.
That's
That's
all.
excellent, excellent. Well, keep the footage coming. That's
Yes.
that's what I recommend, and it's always great for you to share whatever clips you have.
Our little lovely things is always nice.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much, Marcel.
No worries again. Thank
You
you.
can stay on the live meet, or you can follow on the live stream.
I will stick around for a bit and then go back to the YouTube.
Absolutely. What's up, Saad? Welcome back.
Hey, how are you?
I will, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, thanks.
Amazing. What's up, Tariq? Welcome
Not
back.
much. What about you?
Very well, thank you. Nice to have you back.
Oh yeah, likewise.
And we've got Rida as well. What's up, Rida?
Hi.
Welcome to Track Help. Welcome back. You've been before, right, Rida?
Been multiple times.
We've got the Moroccan drivers today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. Do you all drive at the same track?
Depending.
Okay.
Me and Saad, our local track is the VGK.
Okay. Yep, that's right.
Tariq's, I think it's S1 Speedway, no?
Yeah, I'm not from yeah, I don't really do VGK too far away. Different city, completely different. Yeah, too far.
Morocco's a big place. How many hours difference is that?
2 hours or 3 hours.
Wow, wow. Yeah, then that's that's long. And then we've got I've just admitted somebody, Jihad Bouzawi. Do you guys know Jihad?
No.
No.
He's from Casablanca, I believe. So
Yeah,
I've
that's
just
Yeah, he DM'd me for like tips.
amazing, amazing. Well, welcome to Jihad. I've just admitted you. Guys, do you have any footage you wanted to go over today?
Ooh, no footage for me. No. Just here observing.
Amazing. Saad, Rida.
No, we're gonna have footage for Agadir because we have Agadir in a month for the
Nice.
last round.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can put a YouTube link of like me driving if you want because it'd
Go
be
for it.
helpful for us.
Go for it.
Yeah, let me.
Let's look through that. What we're gonna do is, you got it ready, the YouTube link, or it'll take you like a few minutes?
Right now. I just have to copy and then paste it.
Oh, easy then. Okay, go for
And,
it. Go for it.
and for me, I don't use my GoPro a lot.
Start using it. We'd love to see
Which,
some of your races.
which I regretted so many times.
Yeah, because you do nice tracks. You do a lot of outdoor tracks, and there's a
Yeah.
variety of them as well. Where you guys, and I'm sure you generally you get good footage as well.
I think I have some old footage.
If you want to locate it, go for it. If you got a YouTube link, that'll be nice. Just going into the chat, we've got Jassim. What's up, Jassim? What's up, Mo? What's up, Kingsley? Kingsley's watching from Malaysia. And we've got on YouTube.
Yeah, I just put the link.
All right,
I
receive
just
that.
put the link.
Amazing.
It's not my best drive, but it's like the only one that I have of Agadir.
Awesome. Yeah, this looks very familiar. So, what is this race? When was it?
This was, I think, the third or second round. I forgot.
Is the audio too loud?
No, it's all right.
This time, I remember you did this a while ago. This time you have Saad's opinion, and I'm the guy pushing him from the behind.
This looks
Yeah.
very familiar. I think.
Yeah, it's the race where I think you remember where I showed you the kart defense that I had.
Yeah, and you're working together.
Yeah, I was pushing him.
Amazing. Tariq, have you been to this track?
Yes, yeah, I've been in this track. In fact, I'm in this race, not but not
You're
in
in this
the
race.
front. Yes.
Amazing. So you're in front.
No, not me. Sad is, as you can
Okay.
see, P to the right. Yeah.
Do you know which position you started this race? You remember?
I believe I might have started either P8 or P9, probably P9.
Awesome, awesome. So Saad, this was the race with the Kart issue, I
Yeah.
guess. Was it in the straights?
Yeah, I mean,
or-
you can already hear how the tires are.
Mm-mm. You're scrubbing it.
It's not really the squeak you're looking for.
That's right. And then this track, you've got a good combination of corners coming on to.
Yeah, there's a lot. The
Yeah.
camera doesn't do it justice, but there's a lot of elevation.
You could tell, and I'm sure in real life it feels really nice to go through. So how many laps in this race?
I think probably like 12 or yeah, I think 12.
Excellent. It says typical sprint race. What is the race then you're preparing for next month? You were saying at this track.
It's another sprint race. It's the last round.
Awesome.
last round.
It's gonna be another sprint.
Last round of the national championship.
Are you all gonna compete in this one?
I don't know if Tariq is, but I know that me and Rita are.
Awesome.
Inshallah, I guess.
Inshallah, yeah, definitely. So what will happen after that? It'll be a break for a few months till the new season.
Yeah, after that, there's like 2 weeks or 3 weeks after there's MENA.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, we still don't know the teams, so that's
You
great.
still don't know. Oh, I was gonna say soon, and then it'll be January.
And then it's a break till February, and there's a thing called the Coupe du Trône Cup, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Yeah, this is where the shit show commences.
This was. I remember watching it back, and yeah, you were saying, "Oh, some guy bumped me." Now I know you guys are friends. So
No, now that I have like,
yeah,
how do I say this? I look back at it now, and
Yeah.
it's a normal overtake.
I could say that his brakes did not help him that race.
right.
People behind me started getting mad at me.
Yeah.
So I just defended with that, and 4 laps I just couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So in the main straights, I broke early because I stopped. Then because I broke too early, I let off, and a guy behind me smashed. We were 3. There was a 4-car train. The last guy smashed into, and there was a domino effect.
Yeah.
Too sad.
Just 1 second. We've got Jihad asking how to join the call. So I've admitted you, Jihad. Go to the Academy page, and then on the first pinned comment, there's a link there for this. And we've just got it in. Welcome, Jihad. Welcome to Tryout. Hope you can hear us.
Hello. How are
What's
you
up,
guys?
Jihad? I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm great.
Amazing.
It's
Jihad,
an honor to be with you guys.
it's a pleasure to have you as well. Jihad, give us about 10 or so minutes. We're just finishing off with
Sure.
this bit of footage, and hopefully we can come to you and go over some questions that you have as well and footage.
Have
Right?
you ever reviewed VGK reverse layout?
Reverse, I don't think I've seen any footage of that. We've only seen.
It might be on my account.
I'm I've seen Tariq's footage. I've seen Saad's footage from there, but
Sads and Tariq's, they didn't submit in your site.
right. Quickly going back to this session then. So you expect a typical this kind of format again, and this kind of the carts, I guess, are going to be the same.
It's the
They
same
are-
cards.
The carts are going to be even more destroyed after 24 hours.
Wow, so you're doing after all that. Damn. And what about the layout? Is that going to stay the same?
Same. Yeah, same layout.
Amazing. So what are you expecting for this next round?
Inshallah, podium.
Of course, if you're not going for the win, then definitely. But in terms of points, how is everything currently in the
I
championship?
think if I'm in front of Reda and Who's in third place again? Yeah, if I'm in front of
Hamada.
Reda, I'll probably be third in the championship if I'm in front of Reda.
How far is
if-
first?
I think even if you're in front of me, you won't.
I
Because
don't know. We have to calculate it again. They don't really show us the points.
because if I remember, there's Olivier, Hamada, me, and Sad.
Okay.
Okay. So one guy has won every race, but one race he missed it.
Hmm.
Another guy, he has won 2 out of 4 races,
Mhm.
and I got in 2 podiums out of 4.
Okay, noted. So you think the guy in first can easily just win this, or he has to finish at least?
He needs to finish at least in the top 5.
So it is relatively close. Okay, not bad. But I think in the,
between P1 and P2.
I think in the last round everybody's just gonna send it. So maybe
And I wanted to ask you,
tell me.
on your YouTube, I saw you started road tax.
That's right. So I've done road tax since 2016. So it's been a while, but recently I've been documenting some short videos because generally people have had questions about owner karting, and yeah, I think I'm gonna continue a short series of frequently asked questions for that.
So, in Menai last year you did the RD one.
That's right.
This year,
So-
are you going to do road tax?
That's the plan. You see, the federation picks the teams based on the drivers. So my preference is to do the senior, Rotax senior. Then it's up to them if they if they're gonna select. So we've got a number of drivers, and because majority of the races I've done in the past few years are rental, that's why they put me straight into endurance and sprint RD1. But let's see. I'm pushing for Rotax senior this year, which will be really good. And I think there's a number of Moroccan drivers, right, who are doing senior.
We don't know.
Like based
I
on
mean-
the previous years, right?
The previous, well, the Moroccans in Rotax, they're not too bad, but it's not necessarily their best category in MENA. They're better in other categories, but I think this year is going to be even better. There's some really good Rotax Max senior drivers.
Yeah, and
this
DD2 also. I
Oh, yeah,
remember last
DD2,
year there were a number of them.
Yeah.
Can I add a comment for this race?
Go for it. As we're coming towards the last few laps.
Is the what is red suit and yellow helmet?
Yep.
Has to be the dumbest driver I have ever spoken to.
Why is that?
So we were, if you rewind, you're gonna see me and him. We were close to the P2. Look,
I saw. This is when you're still in P2.
now he's now you see he overtakes me. We're a corner where it's really dangerous. You see, we were so close.
Okay.
Guess what? He tells me, I started sliding into the corner, so you couldn't overtake.
Okay. Yeah, I see. There's a bit of frustration at the front. So, did he want to be in front, or?
I was just planning on pushing him. I wanted.
Yeah.
He started sliding. You're going to see now on not now. After turn 1, you're gonna see him raising his hand because I got frustrated and I started pushing him.
Yeah. I just over here into turn 1. So he's putting his hand up again and again. Yeah. And this is the last couple of laps. That's why you're trying to push him forward to go to P2 because it makes sense. Honestly, I feel your frustrations. I've had races like this before where the guy in front, you can catch him, but only if the guys behind work together, and then everyone starts battling each other over. I guess this is P3, P4, P5, P6, right? So
I couldn't catch up with us. His Kart was
yeah, and that's generally, if it's a championship, you'll know each other and what you guys do. I mean, is this driver in the red suit one of the regular guys in top 5?
No.
So he's sort of there for.
Yeah, he only does Agadir. I haven't seen him in another track.
So compared to me regularly doing it to him doing sometimes,
Right.
he decides to mess it up on the last few laps.
Then you see, with inexperienced drivers, sometimes just be aggressive and pass them. If they're not willing to work together, and then you feel that you can maybe pass him, then you just gotta go. Like this driver in front throughout, he's been. Is this one of your friends in the blue helmet, blue white helmet?
No, we don't know.
And in the weekend, I
Yes.
like to do this thing like with them because they're not regulars.
Mm-hmm.
I just say, nice, good job. Just be kind. And
No,
then
of course, it's nothing personal after the race. That's
nothing-
when you've got to be sporting.
nothing personal. And then he feels the need. If you ask him for help to push, he's gonna push you.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
in the race, sometimes, and he's quick. Look, on the last lap, he's even caught up to P2. So in the race, drivers will abandon the plan, or you get greedy. Like you don't want to work together. You just see the driver in front. I want to go for it. So you can either play the long game and just wait until the last lap, or just be aggressive. Sometimes you have to even give them a bit of a bump and things like that. You'll find that if they're trying to.
I wanna ask you a question, Omar, about this.
Yes.
This thing, basically, when you're like fighting for, or rather, you're in a particular position where you're not necessarily in the top 3 or top 5, or even
Right.
fighting for P1, right?
Yeah.
And but you know that the guys in front of you, they're quicker, right? So can you like start to defend? Because that's what I do when I see that the guys in front of me, they're way faster. But I just start defending my position. Is that good? I mean, not defending in the sense of going the inside throughout the race. That's not defending. Really, that's really bad defending. Like
No, I get.
Yeah, fighting for position, even in the in the middle of the pack, right, or something like that.
Yeah. See, in a race, it's all about strategy. So generally, everyone's going to stay on the line and they're going to be pushing. But realistically, there's going to be some guys who are just faster. They got faster karts, and it's not possible to catch them. And you'll know within the first 3 to 5 laps. So, for example, this group are basically what P2, P3, P4, P5, and then side is P6, and all the way up there is the leader. So realistically, this battle is for P2. I mean, if these guys did not defend at all, they all bump drafted from Rida all the way down to Saad, I don't think they'd catch the leader. That's just simply because he's got a big enough gap, and they might close maybe half a second, 1 second. So then you should make a decision. Do I lose more positions now, or can I work together with someone? So let's say there's one guy clearly behind you who's faster. You could try to work together with him, or defend. And more likely than not, the guys from the midfield pack will just battle. They want to pass you and get on with it. So as opposed to at the front, it's more strategic. Let's work together for a bit. You can even see this battle in front. They're trying to work together. So yeah, I'd say it's not an issue if you defend. And at the end of the day, you want to finish as high up as possible. So losing a position, here and there is not ideal.
Sad.
Yeah.
Can you send him the footage that I sent you, please?
Yeah, I'm just putting it on YouTube.
Okay.
Awesome. So you're uploading a YouTube link, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How long will that take, you reckon? How many minutes?
I'll start it and it will tell me.
No worries.
Tell you.
What's up, Noor? Welcome back.
Hi, thank you.
How have you been, Noor?
I've been good.
Amazing. Have you done any karting recently?
Yeah. So I was in Edmonton this last week and I visited speeders and also drive.
Awesome.
Like
And
both,
how was that? Both electric tracks?
I think speeders is electric and drive was Saudi carts. So I think
Okay.
electric is.
Excellent, excellent. Did you have any footage or a track map maybe you wanted to go through today?
No, just
No worries.
listening.
Yep, no worries. Well, you're welcome to follow on this live meeting. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead to Jihad. What's up, Jihad?
Hey,
Welcome to Track Help. It's your first time joining, right?
yeah, it's my first time.
Amazing. Where are you joining us from?
From Morocco, the capital of Morocco. Rabat.
Amazing, amazing. So we've got 4 Moroccan drivers.
Yeah,
We're just
the
discussing.
community is getting bigger.
Yeah. Do you know Saad, Tarek, Rida? Do you know any of these drivers?
I know them by their names and their competitions, like on the official pages and stuff.
Awesome. So have you been doing any of these competitions or you just getting into
Not really. I did some local competitions, like it's just a casual competitions, but the national one I've never tried.
Awesome, awesome. How long have you been karting for now?
It's been 2 years total, but the hours maybe 10 hours, 15.
Okay. And do you try to go like every week or every few weeks? How often do you go?
Maybe once in 2 months, 3 months.
Okay. So every now and then. What's your local track?
I can consider VGK, like they mentioned before, as a local one. And there is another new track, but it's not an official track.
Okay.
Like they don't organize the national events there. It's in another city, but it's close enough.
Amazing, amazing. So when are you planning to go karting next? Have you got any dates in mind?
In like a month, there will be a competition between the sim racers, the Moroccan sim racers.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm going to be competing there.
Do you also do sim racing?
No, I don't have the.
Okay, gotcha. So this is just like a normal event they're running, and I guess there'll be some prizes and things like that, right?
Yeah,
For the drivers. Awesome. What I would recommend then is if you're able to get in advance, do some like practice sessions as well, just so you can warm up and get used to the track. Have you you've done a race before then?
Yep.
Is it going to be a similar format with like qualifying and then few heats?
Yes, it's the exact format. I did 2 before.
Awesome.
3.
You've done 3 before. Perfect. So for today, do you have any footage or maybe a track map you wanted to?
Yes, I do have. I just want to, if you can like point out an obvious mistake or something, because I've never talked to like an experienced karting driver.
Well, you've got plenty of experienced drivers in this call, so we'd love to get the opinion of the other Moroccan drivers as well. Since that's your track, you guys have driven their real life. Is there a YouTube link you've got to this footage?
No, it didn't. If I knew it before, I would upload it, but I only have it on PC.
Okay, noted. What is your VGK?
The one that I've been competing in, it's in Meknes, another city.
It's another one. Okay, excellent. What we're going to do then is, what I recommend, are you able to upload it to YouTube as a that way then you can share it with me?
I would try now. I'm not sure about my
how long speed. How long is the video?
How you mean the like space?
The duration.
It's 12 minutes. I can cut it. Maybe it will be like 9 minutes or so.
Yeah, if you can, because what you can do is then share the link with me. I don't think it'll take too long to upload, by the way. Yeah.
I don't have experience with that, so I will have to try.
You don't have a YouTube channel.
I have it, but I've never uploaded. I
Cool.
upload like
Yeah, it's very straightforward. Just go to YouTube page. At the top, it'll say create. It'll be like a plus
yeah. I
icon.
mean, like in the page of uploading, I'm just
Awesome.
searching where I can upload the file.
Yep, you can just add that in, and then automatically it'll start. So at the bottom, it'll give you a approximation how long the
Okay.
time is going to be. Just let me know. What we'll do whilst we wait for that, we'll go over to Rida's footage,
Sure.
which he just shared,
Sure.
and then we'll come back to yours right after that. Right?
Sure. Sure.
Just put in the chat how long it's going to take to upload.
Okay.
If it's too long, then maybe we can arrange something after that. Don't worry.
Sure. Thank you very much.
No problem. Let's go over to Rida. Then Rida, this is VGK that you've shared.
Inverse way, and
Wow.
it's been taken the 24th of November. No, not 24th. 24th of May.
Understood. So earlier this year.
Yeah, way earlier.
And Tariq, have you driven? Oh, Tariq has left. No worries. This is Tariq's home track.
No.
No, Tariq is in another city. He's in Marrakesh.
Oh, is
so-
he another city? Ah, okay.
yeah.
So I've seen it. So he shared footage from here before. So maybe that's just because he was passing by or doing a race. No problem. So is this another sprint race?
Here you could fast forward because
Okay.
they're just setting up the carts, and
Gotcha. So is this a normal sprint race again then?
this is an SWS.
SWS, nice. So do you have a team that goes to the World Finals from Morocco?
Yeah, we did have them.
How can you join the World Finals? Is it like every month you have a race and then you collect the points?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Oh, okay.
So here you could see him in front of me is one of
Mhm.
my best. He is my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw that he had really bad carts.
Oh no.
So I just pushed him, and he knows that he had the bad carts, and he knew that I had the good carts. So you're gonna see he's gonna point me to in the last corner,
Nice.
and because of that, I managed to catch P1.
Wow. So is P1 a good driver as well?
Yeah, he is. He started in 1997.
Okay. Then he's very experienced. Let's
So
see. This is
he has,
working
I think,
together.
double my age.
Double your experience as well.
No, double my age.
So he pointed you through now. So he said, let's not work together. You just go for him.
Yeah.
This is a short clip. Is it a short race as well, or how many laps was
No,
this?
I just had this one with good footage.
Nice. How is reverse compared to the normal layout here?
Reverse. So normal layouts
Mhm.
is hard to overtake, and then you have reverse. Reverse
that's it.
it's way harder.
Way harder. Okay. It looks fun though. This
It is.
this sequence. And how do you then adapt the line and the braking and all that? Is it confusing the first few times when you do reverse?
No, it's just you have corners where you normally take flat, no issue. Like this one, if
Wow.
you take it just a bit wrong, you're gonna end up on the grass.
Yeah, look at that. Full on the inside apex and on the outside. Wow. That looks really, really good. And these are the first two corners technically for the normal layout. Yeah. Wow. That is epic. You know, when I've driven reverse on my home track, you'll slipstream, and he also knows that you're catching him because he'll see you on the exit of some corners.
Yeah,
Then
he also
yeah.
thought that I was faster, so he pointed me to.
So he pointed you through? No way.
Yeah, and then I saw that he was keeping up with me. So I pointed him through,
Okay.
and then he pointed me through.
I'm really surprised because for first place they don't normally
This-
do that. I know even if you're quicker.
Yeah, so for our race, because
Mhm.
the first heat, and they
Understood. Okay.
count only the third heat.
Okay. Then it's it's technically like a warm up. Do you call it pre-final or pre-final? Something like that. How is it then? Or just heat
You
one?
see, he's pointing me through.
Yeah,
From
way back. Look at that. And he came off the line and he's lifting off. So what's that for? He just wants to see your line, or he wants to just let you through?
He just saw that I was faster,
Right.
to get into my slipstream and push him. Because some carts you just can't get. They can't get on the level without any slipstream, so he tried it and it worked.
Mm-hmm. And what's the benefit then of doing that?
To gap people behind.
In terms of this heat, let's say you finish first. Do you qualify first for the next heat?
Yeah, for the next heat.
Okay.
And
I'm surprised he's giving you away then. I thought he'd want to have first position.
And you remember in one of your videos you showed us the guy in front.
Yeah, yesterday's video, huh?
That's why I'm starting like that.
So it's legal at your track, yeah? They don't have any issue.
I use the championship. I use this.
Yeah. So everyone from, especially some European countries, Brazil, a lot of Brazilian guys on the video yesterday were like, "Oh, it's illegal. You get banned and all this." So it's interesting from track to track. Honestly, yeah, people are saying, look, it has negative effects on the carts and things. So especially the mechanics will discourage you from doing that. But if it's really that big of a deal, then they should, put something on the engine like a cover to stop people from doing it.
The only issue that you get from revving the cart is if you do too long, you're gonna burn out the clutch, and for like 5 laps, you're not.
That's the thing. If it's a driver who's wants to use it to their advantage, they're not gonna burn out like that. They'll do it just at the start, and that's it. So it's interesting, because some people are like, oh, you get black flag, you get disqualified. So yeah, you just got to be careful when
you remember
when
I told you the guy in front was my friend. So
yes.
So during the 13 hours, it was me, Sad, and 2 other friends of ours. And Sad gave me his stints for the final stints. Thank you, by the way. And I managed to catch up at the end of the 13 hours. And P3 was on the same lap as him. And as soon as he did the first lap, he saw on his Alpano a bad lap time. And he knew that he had
okay. Right.
So when I caught up, he started celebrating because it was the last stint, and the P3 was catching him. So then pushed him, and still with that, he gained 1 second per lap. Just me pushing him.
There you go, and that's the difference with just having a quicker cart push the slow cart. It does work in your favor. The faster cart, the guy pushing, will have to sacrifice because he's going to be going a lot slower than his full potential.
But I was still setting a really good lap time.
Then that's not bad. You see,
the good thing about him is that he is a good driver, so he knows how to take corners and everything. He just lacks top.
It was just the cart, right?
Yeah,
Then that's good. Then you guys will be consistent. You'll always be on the line, and then
we were the two fastest guys on track.
really,
Yeah,
then that's excellent. You've
and
good strategy.
P1, if I believe P1, they were two drivers for the whole 13 hours.
Wow. Okay. And they double stint, like they do 3 hours each or something. 3
Yeah,
hours, switch 3
yeah.
hours. Yeah, that's amazing. But you know, sometimes if you got two of the quickest drivers and you got the stamina and speed, that's what these guys do. They'll go all out. And as I said, they'll double stint. So they'll do 1 hour, 30 minutes approximately. Wait until the refuel time comes, come into the pits, do another 1 hour, 30 minutes or 2 hours, and then they'll swap with their teammate. So having the concentration, the stamina for that, it's across 13 hours. I know some people, I don't think they allow it for 24 hours. I think the minimum is 3 drivers for 24 hours in majority races. But yeah, it's crazy because as soon as you come off track, you got to quickly refuel, maybe try to rest a little, but then soon, it's going to be your time to go out again.
How much time is left in the call?
We have got about 15 minutes, so I do want to dedicate that for Jihad. Is there anything else though, Rida and Saad? Because I do want you guys to stay and have a look at Jihad's footage.
I've never done that track.
Yeah, same. Never done it. I looked it up on like satellite, and it looked kind of fun, but I've never went there because it's new.
Ah, okay. And well, what we'll do, let's go over to Jihad. Rida and Saad, if you guys want to stay on, then you're more than welcome to, and even give your opinion on this track since it relates.
You can skip to like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Sure. This is just the start.
By the way, in this race, I did like the gap with the fastest lap of the track. It was like 0.5 seconds.
Wow. So this is it.
I don't think they're like they explode the limits of the track.
Right. This looks amazing. This track, just very vibrant. They've got these Biralat cuts. Are these? Wow, there's lots of lots of.
Got lucky there.
Yeah, you did. Many people got taken out. Are these 390 cc?
I'm not sure actually.
These look a lot powerful. The guy in first place, by the way, the suit, he's just gone. Look at him over here, and
he's used to the track.
Yeah. He escaped all the edge, and then wow, he's off. So
the guy in P1 does Casey.
I was gonna say you might recognize him from the suit or something. So he's very experienced.
There's a small thing I want to mention. This car, it was very, very different for me. It's very understeery in the brakes. I'm not sure what was the problem, but I tried to manage.
Right. You've got a number of experienced drivers in this race as well. So
the guy beside me is like the top of the sim racers.
Yeah.
And the one after him, he's used to the track.
Yeah. So these are all experienced guys you're against, and it's good. This track already, the karts look quick and it looks challenging as well. Some of the corners, and there's not much beautiful switchback there. There's not much room for track limits as well. It's like the grass is directly next to the track, so it's tight. And so, do you take like a new kart in every session during this race?
Yeah. This one, it's the first time trying it, actually in the race.
What a move! That's beautiful. How did you plan this overtake?
Actually, I can't remember much from the races.
This is a nice example of brake early and expect the drivers in front to go deep, and then you can cut back and gain the position.
In this race, actually, I messed around. I messed a lot because I was confused from my position. I thought I'm fourth, but I was third.
Right.
And I was fighting for the third position.
Yeah, this is
I
it.
lost everything.
Okay, noted. Overall, I see that your driving is quite smooth. You've obviously got experience at this track, and you're pushing. That displays into your position. I really like how you're attacking this hairpin over here. So what you're trying to do
that was like really hard with the tires.
Yeah, hard brake, get the rear to step out a little, maybe just over the limit there, but look, you control it well, and you're catching the driver in second. This is second place.
Yeah.
That's also really nice.
That guy is really young. He's like 14 or 15 years old.
And were there any weights in this?
No.
This race, yeah, that will make a big impact. The younger guys, the lighter guys will definitely gain. Here, I think you just went in a bit too hot, or maybe braked a bit too hard.
Yeah.
You get a big snap of oversteer, and then the driver on the inside comes through.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel racing? Do you feel a lot of pressure when you're in front, or is it easier when you're behind? What do you prefer? Or it's all the same?
I'm not used to pressure, and I tend to perform bad when someone is behind me. But when I'm behind, it's more comfortable.
Yeah,
and
you know,
you might see I will be behind this guy for a long time.
Let's see. So already he's signaling. Let's
push.
Yeah, push. So basically saying let's catch up to P2 over here.
Yeah.
He's already going for the move on this lap. Maybe you can follow him through, which you do. That's really nice. Obviously, it's a lighter driver behind, so he'll have the advantage now coming out this corner onto the straight. Yep, much better this time, more control. You didn't stop the kart completely in that corner, and now you're actually gaining onto second place. I think second place is heavier, right? He's a larger driver.
He's heavier.
Because you're catching him in the straights. And now he's
the wrong line.
Exactly. So he's going on the defensive line now. You obviously can tell the first place is nowhere to be seen. So I guess this is just a battle for
almost got us
E2.
like in one lap.
How many laps in this race?
10.
So was this like the final? There were going to be prizes after this race and things like that?
Yeah.
So everyone's going to be a bit more aggressive than normal. And I guess we're about halfway through now. What's the average lap time you'd say in this?
1 minute. It's 7.
Wow.
57, 58.
Yeah. That's a really long lap. And what you'll find then is in a battle like this, especially when the driver is defending very hard, just be a little patient and see where you're quicker than him, where he's making some mistakes. And if he's doing that across 2-3 laps, then on the following lap, just go for the move.
And for example, in this track, I saw like I don't have many opportunities to overtake, like with all the space of the car, unless if I like hit him maybe. I wasn't sure if I have space in any corner.
You felt that there's just no chance to overtake.
Yeah, exactly. Unless if I was aggressive.
Yeah. And that's normal on a track like this, which is very tight, and the driver in front is defending hard. What you should do in that situation is maybe try and fake a move. So you pretend to go to the left and then you go to the right. Or you put pressure on him, so you force him to make a mistake. And as you said, you got to be aggressive sometimes. So give him a few taps on his bumper, let him know you're there. And normally that just messes with the mind. They feel pressure, and he might break a bit deep and slide and make a mistake. So that's where you have to be ready to make the move. But you told me he's one of the best sim racers that is there, so he's not normally going to make too many mistakes.
If you can see that, I tried to go to the gap, but there was no gap.
Yeah, so like over here, on entry of the corner, judge the distance. What the driver in front is doing, he's going to the left, so he's going to maybe open up this gap. And as you go for it at the last moment, now it's 50-50, and then the corner comes. So yeah, you get squeezed out.
Yeah.
So you have to just try again. In that case, if you really want to go for the move, try to get the best exit out of this corner and then directly go all the way to the right-hand side of the track. So it's something that we call the dive bomb. So it's an aggressive move. It's actually very risky for the driver who's trying to attempt it. But when you clearly go to the right-hand side of the track, try to claim the inside line, then maybe he would have left you some space. But if you dive too late and then you bump him and take him out, then the responsibility will be on you. So you got to be very cautious when doing that, and you got to really know the limit of braking.
Yes, especially in this race, I wasn't confident at all with the braking.
And you said it's the kart was the actual brakes on this kart were different to others.
Or maybe the tires. I'm not sure.
So what do you feel was different?
From what?
In terms of the brakes, what was the issue from the previous car?
When I tried to brake, it immediately oversteers. It locks up.
So this is very sensitive. Brakes are sensitive. What you got to do then is be careful when applying lots of pressure, because you know already it's going to lock up quickly. So you got to adjust your brake to be more conservative and cautious. So it's difficult to get used to, because you're doing one technique and then you have to translate to another, but try to be smooth. That's all.
Yeah.
Rita, you had a question?
Yeah. Could you go back?
Yeah. Which lap?
No, not lap. Just in the lap.
About here?
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so keep going. Okay, here. I would say like that. And if you, I would say fake a dummy. So he goes into an error, and he can't save it because he's going to go off wide right now.
Yep.
And if you're in the outside, you can switch back.
Yeah. That's a good point. So Rita's saying from this point, make sure you get him off the line. So into this corner, he stays left.
How can I get him offline?
Pressure. You have to get close to him and try to tap his bumper a few times. Now, by tap his bumper, I don't mean bump him, but you got to let him know you're there. And that will let him know that you're close and he can't keep taking the normal line anymore. That's just general psychology. So if I'm in his position and somebody's constantly bumping me on the back, I know the next corner I got to go defensive. He's close, because I don't want to give up my position. It's the end of the race. It's the last lap. This is for the podium. So again, look, he's going defensive on the straight. He knows you're catching him there. But yeah, as Rida said, great way is the switchback. So the switchback just means make sure that they're slightly off the line, and then you back off on the corner. So you go for a relatively early brake, but then very quick acceleration. The idea is to have the best possible exit. And what will happen as soon as the space opens up to overtake, you have to go through that. And yeah, it just comes with practice. The thing is, with the switchback, for example, did it very well on, when was it, lap 1, basically, right? The double switchback even that you did. Let me just show you how you did it over here.
Or if you're like good on late braking, you could just send a dive bomb.
That's the problem with the Kart.
You didn't want to risk it with this. So here's a great example of a switchback. So what happened? Look, you're close. Now what you do is you go back to the normal line. The drivers in front are off the line. Yeah, you can see completely off the line. They're almost on the opposite side. What you do is you're braking early. You're going for a sharp turning. Because they're on the inside line, then they overshoot. and you can cut back. All you're doing here is early brake. Over here, you're already braking, and now you're accelerating. So you can leave them on the exit.
I'm probably missing the acceleration because I'm being precautious and not to bump them.
Yeah, and that's all. This is what we call racecraft. So this is something you're going to develop through more and more experience. And initially, yeah, you're going to feel that I've got to respect everyone. I can't be as aggressive. But the more and more races you do, you'll realize there's a limit that is fair, but there's a bit of contact involved. It's rental karting at the end of the day. You got a big bumper around you. At the top level, you know, everyone finds it like that. Saad and then Noam. Saad?
Yeah, I just want to point out something. So I already tested these BRL carts, but
You have, okay.
with the two-stroke engine on them in another track. And to point out the braking is that these carts, if you hold the brake into the corner, they tend to lock up the rear, and that's why. So you really have to brake before and like make sure not braking while turning in, because the second you get lateral like movements on those tires, they lock up.
Great point. And these are what 390cc, Saad?
Probably 290 or not. I don't think 270.
Yeah,
so
because we got the barrel carts at my track, but the back bumper has this big cover over it. So that's what I'm thinking: is it a big engine or two engine?
From the cover, it looks like a 4-stroke, so I'm not sure.
Definitely, yeah, 4-stroke, but probably a bigger engine than the ones I drive. Because the back, they've got this extended cover on the thing, adds more weight. Noam, go for it, Noam. Welcome, Noam.
Yo, I was just watching his laps.
Yep.
Very good racing actually. Looks quite fun. But I was just after the hairpin after the finish line. I noticed that every lap he was really getting a lot of oversteer. And
it's coming up now, right? The hairpin.
Yeah, I think after this left turn.
Yep.
Finish line, and oh, is it over?
This is the hairpin, right? This one.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, there we go. Good example.
Every time he, not there's anything wrong with it, but the rear tire just starts to reheat, and every time you like the brakes, it would just get more and more warm and less grip, and I think it's just getting worse. But
yeah,
but it's hard when the brakes are so sensitive.
That's it, especially for a corner like the hairpin, where you need to get good rotation. You feel that we should go for a harder brake, and in this kart, it reacts negatively. So then you get a lot of this oversteer, a lot of rotation on the rear, and then on corner exits, that's where you just lose a kart length or two. But that's racing, and from kart to kart, you'll get good luck, bad luck. Like, this was a different race and you had a better car, I think with better brakes, you could have probably passed the driver in front a lot easier. But yeah, I'd say this is a solid drive, Jihad. And the main thing is you got a good level.
Thank you.
Because for the amount of driving you do, you're performing quite well, you know. Because you got to think about it, the drivers in this race probably come frequently. There's other drivers in this race who do professional karting. So for you to do the podium, we're gonna have to wait. Let's just watch the last couple of laps, see what happens. Because you were in the podium until then.
It's very disappointing.
Last 2 laps.
Do you guys weigh yourselves?
No.
Before
it's
you
not
go
an official competition. It's just a casual one.
Okay.
But the prices are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They got helmets and gloves.
Not bad. Okay. For a casual competition. Kareem, welcome, Kareem.
I just want to say hi, and so I tested them out. They're
awesome.
Yeah, and the enquires they're better than the Saudis, but I'm just so used to the Saudis.
Yep.
That I'm not just, and also how the throttle and brake pedal are, they're kind of weird to my feet.
Yeah.
So that's a bit confused. Even if you notice, they're really big and hefty and stuff. You know. Yeah. I have some footage that I'm just uploading right now to YouTube because I forgot to upload it. So I'd love for us to check that.
Sure.
Yeah, because they're also in the barrel carts. So yeah.
that'll be a nice comparison. Go for it. Just share a link.
Yeah, and also I wanted to know about like how to judge like overtakes and stuff because as you mentioned here. Like
speaking of overtakes,
no. Was this the last lap? No.
Was this last lap?
Yeah, it was the last lap.
Yeah, that sucks because something similar to that actually happened to me. I was in a rookie race in Dubai Kart. It was last lap. Okay, I was holding P10 the whole thing. I went up from P22 up to P10. Wow. I was there, and then last lap I made a dumb mistake. I didn't realize someone was behind me, and I lost P10 on the last lap.
Oh,
I know the feeling.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's okay though because there's always more races though. Like just learn from
exactly. That's it.
I went to the race not expecting even to qualify.
Same. Honestly, I go into them not expecting to do well.
I think you can be very happy with that. How many laps? 11 out of 12 laps. Just to review that ending once more, and it's just going back to that.
Basically, he oversteered, he overbraked, and I did the same because he was so close.
So if you put that in slow motion, you'll see that the driver in front oversteers first. He's slowing down, he's hopping, and then you've closed the distance so quickly. Once again, I think it's with your brakes maybe a bit too hard this time, and then you get the full lock because you also tap the guy in front. And yeah, everyone behind comes piling in, and especially this guy here. Boom. So you're lucky that was.
Yeah, those suck. Those crashes suck when it just piles up. It's really bad.
I did also like 2 strokes, and I think it helped me a lot with braking and with utilizing brakes to steer to turn.
Definitely,
it helped a lot.
No, with the 2 strokes, because you can be a lot more aggressive and you trail brake in those karts. You'll feel that the kart rotates a lot easier as well. So it's interesting. I mean, which tracks did you do the 2 strokes on? This one?
In Marrakesh, it's S1 Speedway.
A different track. Okay.
A different track.
How many times have you done that in the owner karts?
The 2 strokes I did like 40 minutes.
Wow, total. you got a solid amount of time then. Yeah. So when is the next race you're gonna you said it's in a month or so?
In a month.
And it's the same one as this, right? With sim racers and
with sim racers.
What I would recommend then is you got the speed definitely. It's just the racecraft now. So it's about managing overtakes, defense, and understanding your kart as well. So there's just a few basics. I mean, if the similar thing happens with the brakes again, you just know you've got to be a bit more sensitive. And if you're trying to overtake the guy in front, be patient for a few laps, see where you're catching him, see where he's making mistakes. Try to set yourself up for a switchback. The switchback doesn't work, go for a dive bomb. That's risky, but it's worth it. And if that doesn't work at all, then try to do some fake maneuvers. Go to the left, go to the right, bump him at the back a little, let him know you're there, put him under pressure. Just through more and more races, you're going to get experience. So are you going to be able to record that next race?
Yeah.
Amazing. Be sure to record the race. Would love to review it again with you and see how you get on for that.
Sure. Sure, that would be my pleasure.
I think Reza has something. Yep, go for
Can I
it.
recommend something for Jihad? I think
Go for
it's better for you to do the championship than that, because you're going to have a more competitive feeling. You're gonna have people more on your level. Because
Yeah, would love to, but it's like really hard. It's Agadir is really far, and it needs at least 2 days, 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah. The championship is Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, okay. It's across a couple of days. Yeah, maybe for next year you can plan some of the rounds.
And for the Birels that he drove, I drove the 4-stroke versions and the 2-stroke. The 2-stroke, I got confidence in the brakes, and it's not as snappy as I like it.
Okay.
It has a lot of travel. You need to really keep pushing it. Whilst in the Saudis, I like how it's snappy. You could adjust it as soon as you touch it a bit, you lock up.
Interesting. And that's the 2-stroke, Saudi and Barrel.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Jihad, thank you for your contribution. We're going to have to move on to the next driver, though. But you're on the academy now, so you can join in any of the sessions in the future. You can stay on the live meeting now or follow on the live stream. Saad, did you have a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell something to Jihad.
Yep, go for it. And then we'll go to Karim.
If the Agadir and everything is too far away or too complicated, there's always the races at VGK, and I know it's not that far away from Rabat. So you can always go. And the nice thing is that there's all levels. There's people who like it's their first race, and there's people who's like really good, like the AZ guy that was driving with you.
I actually participated with you guys, Saad and Torredo, but it was like more than a year now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I was the secret driver.
Yeah, Jihad brought me good luck. It was my first ever podium.
There you go. You need to attend more with them.
Yeah. Hopefully, inshallah.
That's amazing. Stay in touch, guys, through the academy. You guys can liaise, and I'm sure everyone's on Instagram as well. So be nice for you guys to catch up. What we're gonna do? Let's go over to Karim. What's up, Karim? You've got a question? I think you're muted. Just be sure you're unmuted. I think your mic is off, Karim.
Oh yeah, sorry. I pressed the hand button by accident instead.
Okay.
But I heard the like bringing up the 2 strokes, but I was wondering, like, is there like any tips you have for driving a 2-stroke, whether it's in a rental chassis or a Pro Kart chassis? Because maybe in like a month or so, I'll try a 2-stroke and a rental chassis.
Definitely. I think the biggest difference will be in the braking. So remember, you got more power now, more horsepower. So you can move from threshold braking, which is the early, short, hard braking, to trail braking.
Skip to minute 4 in that. That's when.
I'm just going to skip to minute 4 before I continue with some tips. Noam, did you have anything you wanted to go through today? You just joined to participate.
Yeah, sure.
Did you have any footage or anything you wanted to go over today?
A layout of a track and
okay,
some footage. I can
go for it.
What
We'll go through Karim, and then we'll finish off with yours for today.
Sounds good.
So Karim, going back to some tips for 2-stroke, what we can do before you do that, come on Track Help. We'll go through some footage and things like that as well. The general braking, number 1, trail braking, so you can brake into the corner. You got more power now in your engine, so you can accelerate at apex, and also you want to modulate that a bit more. So what you'll find in the two-stroke engine, you get a kick every time you put full gas on. So you have to be smooth with the progression. And
yeah,
then,
so I can't just floor it.
In rental. So quite a few differences. And then physical, especially when you do the owner kart chassis with a two-stroke engine, your neck, your core, your hands, they'll all hurt a lot more. Just because you're carrying more G forces and speed.
Because even before
Right. Rhythm?
You recommend the
also
I can
on that,
confirm that.
I have like a problem with the whole section.
Okay.
It's right after this like. Yeah. Also, when you go back like 10 seconds, because that corner, yeah.
So
it's not really hair. It's that out, but because you don't really like to go on the curb here. Like this one, after a couple sessions, I got it in. Like I got used to it, but this one I only did. This was the second time.
Yeah, and that's a great observation. I can agree to that. On this example, so what you'll see is if you turn in a bit too early, what will happen is, let me just mute this. You're going to hit the apex early. So this is the beginning of the corner. But what will happen on exit, compare the driver in front, who's going to take a slightly tighter exit. What will happen with taking an early apex in your case is you just run out wide and you can see how over compared to the driver in front. And when you get caught on this, the kart steps out, it starts to slide. It's obviously slower than the tarmac. So then on this crucial straight or flat out section that's coming up, you lose that exit. And that's just because you turn in slightly early. So it's all about
that also be like a flat out corner.
I'd start with even a lift, maybe a tap of the brakes. I think a lift you get away with, but also using the outside runoff over here. So this runoff, you can test out, session to session. Sometimes there's grip, sometimes there's not so much. But what you can do is widen up the entry, number one, and also try and go deep in the corner. If you look at the kart in front, they're just delaying their turn in by staying on the white line and then a sharp turn into the left. In terms of the lift or brake, I would encourage that because that'll help you get a better exit.
Oh,
which
really?
are the corners?
Because
yeah,
and also the one after this one, like this is pretty easy. Just the apex, no, it's just like a really quick handers, and then this is the one that I struggle with the braking and the apex and the turn. Like here you see how wide I go, and then I have to correct them because of the chicane after it.
And this is interesting
like here
because
I go all the way to.
Yep, it's an uphill. So this is an uphill and it's a banked section as well. You can see the elevation change. I like the entry for the first part. What you're trying to do is utilize some of the curves. In this case, what you need to do is just stay to the right-hand side of the track for a slightly longer period. What we're trying to do by staying on the right-hand side, just for a fraction of a second more, half a second more, is we're setting ourselves up to have a slightly wider entry for the left.
Yeah, that's the thing. That entry is really fast. It's like you're going 80 to 90 kph almost.
Exactly. So what you might need to end up doing, not only stay to the right, but are you able to see my screen? I hope I'm sharing entire screen. Let me put entire screen so you can see my pen over here. That's perfect. So what you want to do over here is skip back 5 seconds. So ride the inside curb on the right. The reason you stay on the right, avoid turning to the left too quickly, is because look at the apex over here. So it starts very early. And this early part we want to avoid.
Yeah.
So don't go near that. You can see by turning in early, we're directing it towards the left quickly. Stay more to the right. What we can do by staying towards the right is then set ourselves up to do a sharp turn in. So from the outside, then come for a sharp turn in. And more importantly, hit this end part of the corner. You might even avoid this curb altogether and maybe go for something.
Where the
white
apex, I kind of realized you have to be
Yeah.
like close to that blue turn right there.
Exactly. So
Track
prioritize
limits.
this.
Yeah, I did it a couple times. It's an hour-long session. I managed to do a couple times, but I just didn't replicate it lap after lap. You know.
Where's the marshal over here? Because I think they might be watching from where?
In the
Up
orange, in the orange right there.
Yes, the drive on the left, yeah. Over here.
Yeah, there's also I also struggle when it's in reverse, and that you can see it if you click on my channel on the Monaco All Stars GP circuit.
Let's take a look.
Wait, I'm not sure if it's in reverse though. Let me just check.
All Stars GP. This is the correct way.
Yeah, you're on the outdoor.
Yeah. So which corner was it?
Yeah, no. Go back. You have to go back a bit for it.
Okay. No, this is a beginning of the session, so maybe we can.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. So you can just.
I'll skip to like a following lap. Yeah.
The next lap.
How about when it was a quick lap when you warmed up and you're on the line? But
yeah,
through, let's say.
Yeah, we have formation lap in the beginning. And then here in the indoor section, I also struggled a bit in it.
Let's just go to this corner real quick. This is the opposite.
Yeah, it is right there.
That we're doing. That's amazing.
So
now you've got the left.
That inside as much as possible.
Yeah, this was actually up over here.
Yeah, it's upwards.
The right.
Down.
Yeah. So for this corner, what you don't have to do is prioritize the right hand apex. So you see how you're trying to turn excessively, get to the right. I agree, you should get partially close to the right, but we've got to think what is ahead of this corner, and it's the left-hand turn. So what you want to do is try and get your kart all the way back to the left-hand side as quickly as possible. So here you don't have to take such a close apex. Ideally, you want to start looking ahead to this corner and taking the shortest path possible. So start veering left.
I go from there, just flat out and straight.
And there you go. So sometimes when you get a big snap of oversteer like this, mid corner, that just means obviously there's an elevation change in the bump in the section.
I do it in like a couple laps ahead, I probably did it better. Because again, that complex the rest of the lap is pretty okay and consistent.
This is really nice. So what you got is one of the quicker drivers in front. If you observe his line, what he's trying to do is take a tree. He takes it very, very wide. He opts to go over this white line, and then he'll just go directly to the left-hand side. Look how far to the left he's going. He's taking all of that curb after the kart is over it. And actually, it's all set up from this corner, which is 2 or 3 corners before. So one more time. He's setting himself up to have a wide entry on the right-hand side. He cuts to the left.
I think I got on the curb a bit. That's why I was a bit more onto the inside.
Yeah, just watch the driver over here. Goes over the curb on the left. And then, as opposed to staying in the middle, he goes all the way back to the left. And you can use this red marker as a reference. He goes over the red marker. And then as this red marker ends, he's now turning back to the right. So it's a sharp turn into the right. Maybe there's grip out there, that's why he's going for that. Skipping this early part of the corner, no need to go in early. No need to go in all the way. And you can see a nice visual reference, this white line. So as the white line
because it's so wide.
Yeah.
Like the entry and the exits are so wide, it's harder to like.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Here there's no dedicated. So he's really flowing with this.
Yeah, I prefer to have my car in the middle rather than all the way on the exit, because it would have set me up way better for these two corners. And then here, this is where I had a big problem as well, because
indoor section.
And yeah, because it got like kind of scary because of the track surface changes, not the entry to the indoor section. There are many surface changes, so it went from grippy to slippy to grippy to slippy. So it got a bit scary for me. So
I didn't
know what
the
to do
indoor
with it.
section. It's a fun part to drive. It's a multiple hairpins. So for example, here we've got a double hairpin sequence.
Yeah, see how much I lose just in the indoor section. Like when you mess up the entry to the indoor section, that's it.
What happened actually over here?
I think I only did it that whole session. I managed to do it once. That was good. Rest were like that.
This is a really good comparison experience, guys. Notice the gap on entry.
Yeah.
It's maybe 3 or 4 kart lengths. Watch how quickly it reduces, and watch his line. So he on entry goes all the way to the right. He's slowing down. Look, you're gaining on him. He's slowing down. And what he's doing while he's slowing down, he's going wide. He's going all the way to the outside barrier, and he's almost touching the outside barrier. And now what's the gap between yourself and him? It's 1 or 2 kart lengths, you could say. Yeah. So basically, he sacrificed time on corner entry, and he's got a very wide exit. But now he's in a position to accelerate. So as he accelerates out the corner from the outside edge, coming to the left.
See that part of this track,
he just flicks to the left. The kart down enough. Now he can grip, get back on the accelerator, across the track, and he gains the time on exit. So that's something
you can see. You can see it in the video how he just flicks it and then goes back straight.
And that's because he slowed the kart hinges.
I was trying to take it like straight from early on and try to not shed as much speed. But I think if you actually go later on in the footage, I tried to brake a bit earlier.
Yeah.
But I just didn't get that part down where I was right next to it.
The reason this clip is really, and you can see in the different corners where he's gaining on the drivers in front as well. So another thing is, not only on the entry is he using the full track width, but also at the apex. He's almost kissing the inside apex over there. Look at that, really closing the distance. And that's one way. Watch how he takes the hairpins down. This is really nice. Again, very wide entry. He's going deep into the corner, braking late, going for a sharp turn in, skipping that.
That wasn't even a braking zone. It was more just like flick it and let let the friction do all the work for you.
You know, if you're struggling with this turn, you could start off with a brake, then go into a left, then go into a sharp turn in after.
Yeah, I kind of experimented, but I was faster when I didn't brake.
Then that might be the quickest way. What I want you to notice in terms of the line, it's a wide entry, sharp late turn, and it's a very late apex. You can see.
Yeah, I was turning in really early there.
Yeah. So that's just a simple thing. All you got to do, turn in slightly later. What happens when he takes a late apex? Now he's set up perfectly for the right-hand hairpin. It's over to the left-hand side. Again, sharp turn-in. I don't know if you can tell quite clearly. He's using his body weight. He's leaning to the outside over here.
Yeah.
Loading the outside tires. And again, he's gone for a late apex. So he's not gone early. He's not even gone for middle. He's gone for late. So late to the apex, quicker we can accelerate. and get
I
out the
went
corner.
for more of a mid.
Yeah.
Mid apex.
Try out late, see how that works.
Yeah, but they rarely do the in and out. So next time I have that, I will do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when is the next time you're going to this track?
December 8th. December
Okay,
23rd
so
or
you're
December 18th. It depends when my flight goes in. Depends when my flight
amazing.
comes in or what day I'm going. Because the last Ironman they're doing is December 18th, and I don't know if I'll be there or no. But they're having a rookie race on the 23rd of December.
Amazing.
But the schedule for 2025 isn't out yet.
Yeah, 2025 will probably come end of December, I think. And
Yeah, so
then
I'm hoping
it's
they'll have something in the beginning because I'm leaving after the first week of January. But
gotcha.
I'm really bummed out that I wasn't in Dubai like now because I have a school holiday right now.
Right,
But they're
right.
doing the 5 hours of Kart Dome right now.
They've I think have they finished it today, I believe. Should have
Yeah. It was yesterday. They did the 12 hours of Dubai of Kart Dome. And right before it, they had like 2 full days of just Ironman sessions in the All Stars, which is the indoor and the outdoor.
That's it.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, that's definitely going to be the next challenge.
But
which
also
session you
on
can go
Kart
for.
Dome,
Yeah.
because that's where I'll probably try out the RMAX. Do you have any tips for me on that track?
See, with the RMAX kart, you're asking about the kart? Yeah, as I said, with the RMAX kart, 2 key things: braking and throttle application. So you have to be more progressive, not only with the brakes, braking into the corner for a trail brake, but then go for smooth acceleration. And it's very easy to slide those karts because you've got more power now. It's going to drift a lot. So the less you can, drift the kart, the smoother you can be, the easier it is to then gain lap time.
So yeah, because what I tend to do in these karts is just turn it in early and then let the throttle do like all the turning for me. So like I flick it in really early and then I just let the throttle do the rest and the braking. That's what I like to do. It doesn't always work, but it works most of the time.
What I'm going to
just have a straight trajectory through the corner, rather than I'm turning through the corner and lose the speed, which is really important in these karts.
I've just sent a link on the live chat. Take a look at that in preparation for your race. And this is going to be, it's called the D-Max versus Sodi. So in UK, they have very similar kart options where they give you the 4 strokes.
Yeah, they have they have a whole like series where they have the pro karts but with the Honda engines in it. That's really cool. I would love to do that because it brings down the costs massively. Because most of the costs in pro racing is just you have to replace the engine a few times, like in the season. And the repairs on it gets really expensive. That's the main reason why I'm not doing it yet, because of how expensive it is.
The cost, simply. That's right.
Yeah,
what we're gonna do,
it's really annoying that it costs so much because there's so many people that are genuinely good karters, but they just don't have the funds.
Absolutely, and that's just the reality of motorsports. Those who will make it to the top level, F1 or whatever, they've just got the backing. It's a prerequisite. It's similar to
even in karting, a lot of people don't actually get the chance to do karting until like mid-20s, early 30s maybe, just because that's when they actually have like their own money to be able to spend rather than counting on their parents to do it.
Exactly. Unless you've got the support from your parents at a young age, then it's going to be very difficult to
like my dad,
fund the season.
He doesn't believe in karting at all. He thinks it's just like something you do for fun. That's not what I believe.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions, of course, and it's not even misconception. It's also the sheer investment. Because if you want to do the top level of karting, you're looking at spending $200,000, across multiple years. It's that level that people are spending. Because remember, to be more and more successful, you buy more engines, you buy tires, all these kinds of things. So from the grassroots,
and plus, like me,
yeah,
I only had my parents like kind of aware of it when I was like only 14 or 15 really.
Mm.
So like even parents, they don't really tend to really get involved in it unless you're involved from like a really young age, like 6, 7, and actually showing some promise that they think it's actually worth it. But like my age, it's really late. I have college I need to do. I have more schoolwork.
Exactly.
So
Well,
it's
that's
not.
where rental car comes in. We're lucky that we have rental karting. They've always got some kind
Yeah.
of events.
Unfortunately, it's not
going.
really a thing here in Egypt. It's more when I only go to Dubai. But
Slowly,
inshallah, I'm
slowly
going
it'll
to
develop.
Europe soon.
Yeah.
So that's better.
Excellent, excellent. What we're gonna do, Kareem, we're gonna have to move on to the next drive. But was there
Yeah,
anything
I
else
need to go
before
now
we?
because
Excellent.
F1 is on right now anyway.
It's been a pleasure as always. You can
Yes,
stay on the
thank you.
live meet or join on the live stream. What we're gonna do is go over to Noam. Is your footage ready, Noam?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. And just before that, Rida, did you have a question?
Yeah. So, you tried the Birel and Saudi and OTK race cards?
I've only tried OTK and Birel. Saudi soon. I'll be trying a chassis, which will be interesting to see what the difference is.
Between Birel and OTK, which one do you prefer?
Honestly, I prefer OTK. It's slightly stiffer chassis, and what I've found at our track certainly is you can actually be a bit more aggressive on the curbs. So it's quite a rigid car, and yeah, in terms of setup and things like that, that ultimately is where you can really see the differences. But you see, I own an OTK car, so the time that I drove the Birel was a friend of mine, and that's simply the hours that I've got in each cart are considerably skewed. So Birel is good, but because I'm just used to OTK, that's probably why I prefer it as well.
Because I don't know which chassis to get, either OTK or Saudi.
You see, you got to see what the best spare parts are available. That's what it comes down to.
That's the issue. Both. If there was Birel in in the track where I go to the most, I would have got up to with Birel. But the track where I go, they have more Saudi and OTK parts.
Okay, so you can go for either one. You see, what you don't want to do is get stuck with a part, and then you have to end up ordering from abroad, and then that takes a few weeks, and then you're not on track that time. And that's what we found. So majority of the carts were, so those who have Saudi are like, completely stuck when it comes to spare parts. Now what we do is, if we need a part, then we'll buy off each other even, and we buy in bulk. So there's a constant flow of parts. If you're the only one with a with the chassis, then yeah, it's difficult to source those parts instantly.
Okay.
All right, we're going to finish off today's session with Noam. Before that, what's up, Jibril? Welcome, track out.
Hello, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Where are you joining us from?
I am joining you from India today. I've been wanting to join for the past few weeks.
Amazing,
but,
amazing. It's very late.
Time.
It must be late for you, right?
Yeah, it is around 1 o'clock.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
so I'm waiting for F1 to start. So
awesome. Well, did you have any footage?
Then I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. Do you have any
Yeah,
footage or a
so
track?
I was very so I was very eager to join today's session to show one of my footages, but I didn't go to the track. I was planning to go.
Yeah.
But I had some other stuff, so I didn't go. But I did have one question.
No worries.
So in India, we have the cards that we use over here are like really, really old. So a lot of the tips and the help that I get online, only very few of it is applicable to the cards that we use here. So what I have is a video of one of the So I have a video of one of the fast guys on track, and I would like for you to just analyze it and tell me what you can see from that video, and if he is driving at the limit, because to my naked eye, I couldn't see much of like slip angle or neutral steering that is being used in the video. So I just
Okay.
wanted you to see it. It's on YouTube. I can send the link if you would like.
Yeah, share the link over. What I'm going to do is go over to Noam. Once we finish the Noam, if we've got some time, I'm going to definitely go through that with you.
Yeah, sure. It's just a 30-second, 1-minute video. I just wanted you to see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Share a link to it. I'm gonna go over with
thank you.
Noam, and then hopefully get to yours after that, right?
Yeah.
All right, Noam.
Thank you.
Where do you share your footage?
Oh, I haven't sent it yet. I'm just gonna send it in the chat in here.
All right, go for it.
Omar, I'm gonna be hopping off now.
No worries, Rita. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for joining today.
All right, see you. Have a good night.
Take care.
All right, so this is a track I haven't been to before. It's a new track.
Okay.
It's still a race hall, but it's in Stockholm in Sweden.
Ah, right. So it's similar layout and things.
No,
or
it's completely different, but same carts and
warehouse,
same
it's,
owner.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's just a second. Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This
So I'm
looks
going.
faster.
I'm go. Yeah, I think it's a lower gearing because it's not as fast. But I haven't been there yet. I'm going there next year for the Swedish rental car championship.
Ah, excellent.
Um, and I just wanted to get some tips on, because I've only got a certain amount of practice sessions to learn the track as quickly as possible.
Right.
And get up to speed. And I was just wondering, how do you do that? How do you get up to speed as quickly as possible
Yeah.
without knowing the track?
Great question. Are you sure this is not the Denmark track?
Yeah, search up the Denmark track. It's not the same. I promise you.
It looks very similar.
Promise.
Look at the last sector. This is exactly like your track, right? Hairpin.
Yeah, these last couple
then
of
it's
turns
right left.
is very
Remember this?
similar.
This is just like
This is just like double the speed, much wider.
And double the speed, yeah. And then over here you got the same exit, right? Left into a right.
Yeah. But it's actually the opposite. Here, the turns 1 and 2. After what's it called? The opposite of narrow. I don't remember.
But generally, it's similar. No, this middle part is different. You're right. The middle part is different. How do you learn a track quickly? A very good question. Whenever I go to a new track, I take it in a block of, let's say, 4 sessions that I've got. And how many practice sessions do you have?
I think a minimum of it's kind of like movie theater tickets. You gotta get them quick before the other drivers get them. But I think a minimum of 10 x 200 minutes in total.
Yeah, excellent.
over a whole day.
2 sessions are always dedicated to understanding, number one, the racing line that you're going to take from corner to corner, and what braking or lifting points you want to add. So whenever I try and learn the line, the first at least 5 laps, it's at slow speed, and we're just trying to feel out what the track width is, what the limit of grip is. Can I take some corners flat out? Do I have to brake or lift for certain corners? It'll help if you can have like a picture of a track map with you when you do these practice sessions. And what you do is,
that's the thing. The track is only, I don't know, I think it opened publicly like a month ago. So there's actually no track map yet. This is the
what you
only
can
video.
do is just draw a interpreted version yourself and then print multiple copies of it. What you do session to session is down notes, firstly corner by corner, from the basics, where you're entering, where you're apexing, where you might be braking or lifting, is it flat out, and where you're exiting the corner. And over the different sessions, you do refine that. So maybe for the first corner, you thought, I have to brake. But eventually, you did more and more laps, then you can start lifting. So you change that, and you make that note on the track map. So eventually, you can then identify what you're doing well, because immediately after 3 or 4 sessions, you know, I'm actually quite good with sector 1 and sector 3. But the middle sector I'm struggling on. So then you can put your focus on that sequence of corners and do it corner by corner for those.
I think I'm gonna be good in sector 1 and 3. It's similar.
I was gonna say, I think you're gonna be fine with that.
I just hit my 100th session today in race hall.
Wow. So your thing is, you've got the experience. So what you then want to do in preparation is do what we're doing over here. We're watching some other drivers for what to expect, but the actual feeling and driving on track, that will be attained by doing those sessions. So I would
corner he just won has. Can you go back a bit?
Let's go for it.
Let's see.
We just
right.
Go for that.
Get the drawing thing out, or
yep. I think you can see my
Yep.
head now. That's awesome. This corner, right?
No, the next one. The exit of the kind of chicane. Yeah. Here he goes pretty wide, but I would say like that's like 5 meters, and there's a turn right after. So what do you think? Should I maybe try and go for a slower entry here or exit speed and just take it
a bit tighter,
like
yeah,
2 meters narrower?
Good,
there's no straight or something.
What I would say is it starts from this entry, the first part of the chicane, or the right, left, or double hairpin, however you want to interpret it. Notice how he's turning in early. So by turning in early, you get to the apex quickly, and then for the next corner, he's going to try and reduce the meter. So he'll go to the left. What happens when you go in early to the left? Now you're going to be forced out wide. So he's going to head out wide onto this section of the track, and he's unable to take it tight. Otherwise, he'll lose even more time. What you can try and do is focus on the left a bit longer. And what we're going to do, instead of turning and braking this early,
oh my god, just switch back in this corner.
The switch back, absolutely. Try and go a bit deeper over here. So what you want to do is be on the end of this apex. So from the right hand side of the track, maybe you could try from the right, then cut across to the left.
So maybe where his front right wheels were, maybe my front left should be there, or what do you think?
Exactly. So what you want to do, number one, go in later. So we can, rather than hitting the apex over here, which is early, think about hitting the apex over here. So you're going to come from the outside and then come to the inside. Yeah. So now that you're on the right hand side of the track, then you have time and space to then go from the outside back to the left and stay tight. That's very important. If he tries to stay tight here, think about how much steering angle he has to put in. He's going to slow down. Whereas if you come from a wide angle, then it's easier.
I think I narrow. I take wide. I can just take the outside and pass him.
Yeah,
I think that's. I haven't been there yet.
Footage, you'll know that looks good, and I'm gonna try this different line compared to what this driver is doing. So watching footage beforehand helps a lot. When is that race then that you're?
It's in March next year.
March then.
So quite a while.
Yeah, keep up preparing. I would say print out a couple of versions of a track map and start studying already corner by corner into where you're going to, be braking, apexing, different things like that. But until you drive on track, then it's all speculation.
I can only drive on the track the day before.
The day before. Oh, that's going to be a big challenge.
It's 700 kilometers
Yeah, I
away,
was gonna
so
say
I'm not
it's
just
a
gonna take
different
a trip.
country in itself.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Was there anything else you wanted to cover before we wrap up
Yeah,
for
I
today?
was gonna ask you. You talked about I think the first time I was here that you
Yep.
wanted to make a trip to Race Hall in
Yeah,
Denmark soon.
so I've
Yeah.
heard so much about it. There's been a number of drivers
What
who've
do you
come down on this. It's subject to what would you recommend is a good time to come? What's a
December
nice
this year,
Mm,
or maybe January? Because we get new cards first December,
yes,
brand
you
new
mentioned.
cards, and they're probably gonna get built in around January. So that's probably the best time ever to come.
Of course, because that's the fastest the carts are probably going to be.
Yeah.
And how about the competition scene? Are there any races in December, or is it like a break?
We drive all year.
Oh yeah, so like every
but-
month there's something going on.
Yeah, there's a Grand Prix every last Sunday every month.
Yeah, it'll be
Actually, also today. there
last
was
Sunday of
one.
every month. So like last December of the month, will that be with the new carts? You think the Grand Prix?
Depends. If they feel like they're not ready for, like, if they're like off in
Mm.
pace, some are better still. They're not been broken in, probably not. But it's too soon to tell.
Absolutely. Well, it'll be good to come during a Grand Prix week, and maybe when the new carts are there, do some filming at the track there, meet up with you guys. Are you on Instagram?
I am.
What's your username?
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna get my phone. It's
Yeah.
charging.
Because that's the best way to stay in touch. Let me hit you a follow, and then we can DM about that.
Yep. It'd be quite fun.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. I'm always up for new tracks and meeting people on the academy in real life. We're doing all this
Yeah,
work. It's even better
probably.
in real life.
You're probably also gonna meet Hassan then.
Yes, Hazan, that's it. Hazan's one of the first drivers from Race Hall who came on track help.
I will type it in chat, my username.
No worries. Jibril, are you still there? Amazing.
here.
I think we've got we're gonna wrap up with your footage. You've shared a link to it as well.
Yeah, sure.
817. I'm just
Yeah.
adding up.
If you mind, I have another video. It's a different
Go for
track.
it. Yeah, go for
Yeah. Yeah, just
So Noam, I've
so
made you a request.
this track is of yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, Jibril. Let's stay in touch, Noam, and you can stay on the live meet or the live stream as we finish off track up today. All right?
Yep, sounds good. See you, man.
Take care, Noam. Sorry, Jibril. There's a new video you shared.
Yeah. Yeah. So the first one is what I would like you to see first.
Let's go ahead to that. This is Mumbai Karting. Is that right? So is this your local track?
Yes.
And do you race there?
Yeah, it's my
same
local track.
cars that are in this video?
Yes. Yeah.
Same cars. This looks very familiar.
So these cards are about around like I think 10 years old. So
Okay.
the races also cards. So this guy is one of the fastest guys in the track. So I just wanted you to see his lap. Give me your 2 cents. That's about it.
Absolutely. And it's a great observation you made, especially about slip angle and things like that. You see, the first thing to note is the type of chassis that this driver has got. So wheel chassis compared to a typical rental car chassis. Yeah. So this is number one, a lighter chassis, and the engine is still 4-stroke, but it's a lot faster than your normal rental car. If you look at the videos on the channel I make, there are these big bumpers around them and the heavy carts. So those carts you can afford to press it, flick the cart, a bit of sliding even, slip angle as we call it. These are closer to race cars. So what you want to do is have a smooth driving style.
So what I wanted to say is that these cards, they are built race spec, but they are built in India, any international brand. So what they do is the same carts, they put bumpers on the side, and they use that for rental racing also.
Or is that a
Yes,
different
yes. So
model
this is just the one without the additional bumpers. No, same engine.
So here what you got to do is add own a kart driving style. So for example, trail braking, we were discussing that with Kareem earlier. So you brake into the corner. The problem is, because it's a lighter chassis, it's going to obviously be more flexible. The moment you start sliding and things on this, then it negatively impacts the car. So the main observation is smoothness. And then also the sound of the engine. He's keeping his revs high, right? He's not stopping completely in the corners. It's just a modulation of the brakes and then back onto the accelerator. And the line, I think it all comes down to the line. How much of that?
Yes.
So that's the bottom. Literally using all of the track. You'll see for turn one.
So when I first saw this video, sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it. First saw this video.
So when I first saw the video, it seemed to me that his driving style was very simple compared to a lot of the karting videos that I have seen on YouTube. It just seemed like he was braking and turning and just keeping. That's a basic reason why I wanted to ask what you think on his driving style and if you could do better than
honestly,
this.
No, I'd have to come there in real life and try it. And whatever observation we're making now is based on what the drivers. And this is as you shared the other video. He does the road tax racing, and so this is a top driver.
Yes, road tax. Yes.
Watch this lap.
Yeah. He's very good.
Take a lot from him. So key things to know from his driving: use all of the track, be smooth with your inputs, and make sure you're keeping your revs high. These are 4-stroke engines, so avoid too much braking, too much stopping. Anything else?
I think right now he's in Dubai. Yeah,
he must be doing
there was a 12-hour race in Dubai. Yeah, he's participating in the race. So I thought you would also be participating in that race, but I don't think so.
For that race, we didn't get a team together. We had 2 drivers on our team, myself and another driver. We needed 2 more. So it didn't work out this time. But let's hope for the 24 hours, which is in a month's time.
Badly. Yeah.
Was there anything else, Jibril, before we wrap up for today?
Yeah. So the second video I've sent it's the same guy. So this is the first international level karting track that has been opened in India. So here is where they plan to have the road tax a 2 months back.
Wow.
So they plan to have the road tax championship over. So this is the first actual karting track in India, and my hometown where my parents live.
Nice.
So I got the chance to drive normal rental cars. It was really fun.
Yeah.
But I would just want you to see what do you think about the track and his driving style here in the road tax also.
Yeah, and this is beautiful footage. Number one, the camera angle, because we can see a lot of what the driver is doing with his hands, his feet, and that's the most important thing in road tax. In car, so steering wheel. That's just because the brakes are.
He just locks out the brakes when then lets up. Yeah.
That's it. And he's actually pushing his body weight against the wheel, corner to corner. Now, if you watch from outside, you can literally see body weight and body positioning is important. In these carts, you don't have to lean so much compared to rentals because they're so sensitive anyway. So simply by using we call it the push-pull steering technique, pushing against your steering wheel will be sufficient to transfer your weight. But watching to turn one over here, hard on the brakes, using the brakes to rotate the cart will turn. And he's braking all the way into the corner. If you notice, all the way to the middle apex.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest difference. The top drivers in road tax brake very late, very hard, and then they're still able to get a nice exit out the turns. Throttle modulation or throttle application is very important as well, because these are powerful engines, so you've got to be a bit more progressive with how you put your foot down. I would say you're very lucky to have a track like this, though, because it's new.
Yeah.
The carts are probably new as well there, and you have some progression. So once you master rental carts and all, you can even look into reaching out to a team for owner karting road tax.
But the sad part of having such a high level track is that they're not open to public always. They probably open like a weekend a month. And also they only let us drive half the track. Yeah. So that's because a lot of people just come for fun. They think it's just for fun, and they drive rash, hit here and there. So the staff has taken to them and basically organizes the events for anybody who really comes to drive there. So I hope to get a chance to actually properly drive in this track.
Yeah, it's a new track, so what you can do is slowly become a regular, and then you'll also meet other regular drivers, so you can build a small community. And then when there's enough drivers, you can go to the management race for us, or maybe give us a bigger layout to use in our sessions. And the more people who come regularly, the more inclined will be to be flexible and give you these options. And definitely proposing a monthly or weekly sprint race is not out of the cards. I'm sure they'll be happy to cooperate, because at the end of the day, it brings business for them, and it helps with bringing more drivers to the professional scene, which is what they're obviously targeting.
Yeah, of course. So this track is built right beside one of the most famous car race tracks in India. So you can see him passing through that track to get to the main pits. Yeah,
that's beautiful. Oh, look at this!
So these are the main pits, and they have built it side by side. Yes. The kart's name is Mika, and it was inaugurated by Mika Hakkinen himself.
Ah, excellent. These are repairs they do in between. They do some tire pressure checks. This is really nice footage he's put.
Yeah.
And try to link up with Aditya. Get his opinion on the track and all.
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
Was there anything else you wanted to go over?
No, my friend. Thank you very much. You have helped me a lot today, and I appreciate you coming out and talking to people like this. Sorry?
No, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. We love to see the community building a global community, as we've got people from all over the world sharing their experiences, just like yourself. What I would recommend for you, though, if this timing is too late, we have a Saturday morning session. So it's going to be about 12 hours earlier than this. So let's say for you, it'd be what, 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah, no, I am aware of the session, but I myself am a late sleeper, so I prefer to come in the night.
Well,
yeah.
There's another driver, Manav, who's also from India, and I think he works on different time zone remotely. So he's up until late, like this time. That's why he also just joins Sunday. So it's totally understandable. Whatever you prefer, you can join. You got options. Sunday, Saturday, no problem. It's been a pleasure, Jibril. Be sure to keep the practice up. Keep your questions coming in as well. Any footage you'd like to go through in future sessions. we're going to end with
Yeah, sure. I don't think you remember this, but around 2 to 3 years back, I had one of a time attack events in my city, and I had
Yeah.
that time. I don't think you were doing this, so you were just uploading a few videos at that time,
That's
and
it.
you had
Yeah.
actually you were kind enough to have a one-on-one with me.
That's
So
it.
yeah,
I
I just thought
remember
I'll
Jibril.
let you
That's
know.
it, Jibril from. Let me bring up the message
Yes,
real quick.
yes,
You contacted me on Qatar Karting community. It was as well. It wasn't even on KTips.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I remember. So that
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
It's amazing to catch up after all this time, and now we've got something better in place. So yeah, Jibril's probably one of the first people who asked for help, and back then the academy wasn't set up and all, but now that it is, it's a lot easier to share footage, ask questions, and we have it regularly as well. So you're welcome to join in future.
Yeah, sure. Thank you a lot, and keep
Take
doing
care.
what you're doing. And I'll be back soon with footage,
Absolutely.
hopefully.
That's it. Well, we're looking forward to that. Thank you, Jibril.
Yeah. Thank you. Good night.
Good night. All right, Noam. Let's finish off with Noam.
Yeah, I forgot to ask something. About I want to buy, or I need to buy a
Okay.
GoPro so I can film my onboards and learn from that. Instead of watching other people and seeing, because I can't see what I'm doing
Of
wrong,
course.
other than remembering.
Yep.
So what do you recommend for like not too expensive GoPro, but something good?
Honestly, anything GoPro 9 or above is sufficient. So even a GoPro 7 or 8, I'll be honest. A GoPro 9, reason I recommend it is because this has really good stabilization, and it's got I believe 5K as well, so you get extra.
What's it? $284.
This is currently 284. Let's see GoPro 7 even. That's a couple of generations for. See, 7 you're gonna find it on the secondhand market, because brand new, like on Amazon, they won't have it. 8 is no, look at that. 10 is even cheaper, 199.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, you see, if you look on Amazon, they price it very, very differently. I think the 11 even is 260. Okay, if you're buying brand new on Amazon, go for it. But do you have Facebook Marketplace in Denmark?
We do, but it's 18 plus.
Okay. So do you have like an online bazaar where people put all sorts of items? You can find, if someone wants to sell something, they can view it.
Facebook Marketplace, but we would just like use my dad's or mom's account if we need to buy something.
Keep looking on that. That's got great deals all the time.
Yeah.
Anything GoPro, for very good footage, GoPro 9 and above. Decent footage, GoPro 7 and above.
But if 10's cheaper, then totally I'm not gonna buy that right now. The generation 10, I think that was cheaper right now.
Yeah, as I said, brand new, the prices are all over the place.
Yeah.
Right. So you look online and add the shipping costs in. But yeah, anything from GoPro 7 and above will be enough.
Well, what about a mount? What do you recommend? Do you want like a chin mount or
what I like to do is go for a curved helmet mount, and you put it right at the top. So that way you get a broad point of view. When you put it on the chin, it's nice to see your hands and maybe even a bit of the feet, but the actual height will be a lot lower, and sometimes it becomes too close to the steering wheel as well. So that's why I don't prefer that to be the permanent mount.
I drive on the I'm not that tall, so I drive on the seat on the shortest setting. So
Okay.
I'm already quite close to the steering wheel.
Right. Then definitely it'll be very close. It's similar to me. I've tried it and it didn't come out well. All you can see is 70% of the steering wheel, and then maybe 30% of whatever's going on in front.
even if I'm like sitting sitting with the the hand motion we were talking about on top of the steering wheel, and kind of sitting up, like straightening my back and all of that,
Definitely. The chin mount, you can even get a temporary mount, so you actually just strap it on rather than sticking it. You can stick it if you want.
That was what I was thinking, just that temporary. See if I like it.
My permanent mount is at the top. The temporary one is for the chin. And you may get a chest cam, but the angle is quite poor.
That's quite,
yeah, it's not recommended.
All right, well, I'll look into that. I think I'm gonna go for Generation 10 GoPro if I can find a good price.
Absolutely, go for it. Let me know how you get on with that.
Yeah, totally. I'll see you next Sunday.
Let's do it next Sunday, hopefully. Thank you so much for joining, Noam, and to everyone on the live chat and on Instagram. I've lost the comments over here as well, so we're going to wrap up. We had Nimmer join. On YouTube, we had Felice from Europe as well join. Marcel was saying hi in the chat to Noor. And on Instagram, well, I've lost all the previous comments. If you did have a comment, I probably missed that one as well. Until next week on Saturday morning, if you're joining from East Asia, that's probably going to be suitable for you. Or if you're from Europe or the US, Sunday is going to be a suitable time for you. We'll see you next time on the live stream. Take care. Good night.
Bye.